Hi YouTube.
Hey YouTube friends and family, it's your boy GB Reviews, and today I'm doing another hot sauce review. Today I'm doing the Grace Scotch Bonnet hot pepper sauce. It says it's supposed to be 3 peppers hot, so I don't know what that means. But just to put it in perspective, I did a taste test recently of Tabasco sauce, and Tabasco sauce on my scale is probably like a 1. So when I talk about peppers being hot, sauces being hot, so far the hottest sauce that I've had, that I've reviewed, is about probably about a 9 or an 8. I'm looking for a 10 in terms of hot. In terms of flavor, I've definitely gotten some 9.5s. And so we'll find out today if this sauce is good. But anyway, this is Grace Scotch Bonnet. It's a Jamaican pepper sauce. And this one is actually, yes, product of Jamaica, from Jamaica, imported from Jamaica. And this is, to me, I grew up eating sauces like this. This is a kind of a update on their old sauce. They have like a really liquid sauce. That's a red sauce, but we're gonna try this sauce today. We're trying it with, I'm gonna put this down so you don't need to look at me. We're trying it with some beef ribs that I cooked, and it looked strange. It's if you get them from Costco, they can slice them sideways, so you don't have to eat the rib off the bone. It just slices it through the bone, and it just comes up in nice little sections. So we're gonna unpack this. We'll talk about the consistency. We'll talk about the flavor of the sauce. This sauce seems to be, just looking at it, not too much of a vinegar base. It says Scotch Bonnet, vinegar, cornstarch, potassium sorbate, and then the color is actually the natural color of Scotch Bonnet peppers. Scotch Bonnets are the same as habaneros. If you don't know, if you look at that picture, that's a habanero. So we're gonna shake it up, and then we're gonna try this sauce out. I love Scotch Bonnets. Scotch Bonnets have a huge variant. They can be, Scotch Bonnet peppers can be super hot, or they can just be mildly hot. And this, we're gonna find out if this is super hot or mildly hot. If you see how that's coming out, I'll show you what it looks like. Ooh, that would have not been a good look for my computer. Let's not do that anymore. That is from the, not from the sauce, but from the meat. So we'll just put this down. We'll put this down so you can see it. But anyway, it's the sauce is running off, so I'm gonna run into this now. This is what it comes with when you try to cook for yourself and you do videos. Anyway, so it's not very, the sauce is not very thick, but we're gonna try it out with this meat. And then I have some bread here with garlic. So the meat is not hot at all, so we will, I don't know why I'm not using a fork. Let's just use a fork. Because I've cooked this, oh, by the way, I might do another video on this, cooking this, but I cooked this in an Instapot, so it actually, the bone fell right out of the meat. So let's try this out. You see how thick that is on there? That's pretty good. For me, this is probably, I don't know, maybe a 4 in terms of heat, but we're gonna cover this in Scotch Bonnet sauce, and then I don't have to worry about if it's a 4 or a 3 or a 5. I think it's I would say maybe a 3.5. It's not very hot, but the Scotch Bonnet flavor is actually pretty clear. If you don't know about peppers, peppers have different tastes depending on where they're grown and things like that, but they have a kind of a baseline taste. Scotch Bonnet peppers typically have like a sweeter floral taste to them. So a lot of people don't particularly care for the flavor of Scotch Bonnets, only because it has such a strong flavoring. Whereas a lot of peppers are just hot. Scotch bonnets actually have a flavor to them. And so it'll add a sweetness to the food that you eat. And then this meat, I just seasoned it, salt and pepper, put it in the Instant Pot, cooked it for 30 minutes. And as you can see from the bones come out. So this is basically a beef rib, and you see they sliced it through the bone sideways. That pepper sauce is so good. Even though it's you can taste the vinegar too in the sauce. It's not like your normal vinegar. I'm not sure what they put in it, but it's not like your normal vinegar sauces because it's thick. Oh, maybe it's like the food starch. The food starch is probably what makes it thick. That is good. And then you're left with like all the little bones. Because like I told you, because I use the Instant Pot, which is, I like the Instant Pot and I like the crock pot. But the Instant Pot to me is, it leaves food juicier. I find when you cook things in a crock pot, even if the meat that you're cooking is submerged, for some reason, it comes out, it feels dry. And I don't particularly care for dry meat. Now, some of my friends who cook with Instant Pot, they say I'm just doing it wrong. I'm either cooking for too long, or I'm not, when you cook with a crock pot, sorry, not Instant Pot, but the crock pot, you're supposed to brown your meat first on a skillet, and I think I don't do that. I think that's problematic. We talk about my subscription, and I normally do things from the Hot One subscription. I wanted to do this one because it's, like I said, the Grace Pepper Company is a Jamaican pepper company, and Jamaicans are known for eating hot foods. And this, to me, is this Grace sauce, which I'll put here so you can see it, is reminiscent of my childhood. And a lot of hot pepper. Even now, if you go to Jamaican restaurants, they'll give you a little bit of pepper sauce, but Jamaicans will clean you out of sauce if you just let them pour sauce. Like this bottle may last me 2 days. But unlike some of the gourmet sauces that I'm getting from the Hot Ones, this one at my local grocery store, my local Giant, they had it for $4. And that was reasonable. I remember back in the day, maybe because there just weren't a lot of Jamaican importers, you'd have to go to like a specialty food store and it would be like $6. So I think, I say $4, but I think it's like $3.59 or things like that. It's totally reasonable though. But anyway, back to the sauce. So, like I said, the taste has a floral note. That's from the habanero Scotch Bonnet. You can taste the vinegar, but there's a thickness because of the food starch that they put in it, which is, fine. So note to self, if you're making pepper sauces at home, you want to put food starch in it so it doesn't just liquidly run everywhere. The heat wise, for me, on my scale, this might be a 3 or a 4, where Tabasco is 1. And even, I say it's a 1, but sometimes I just want to give Tabasco a 0. because I find with Tabasco, it has an overpowering taste. But it's not especially hot. Next review, I'm gonna try another, I think, Caribbean sauce. And then I have some more hot ones that are coming soon. But that's it for today. It's your boy GB Reviews. The Gray Scotch Bonnet pepper sauce. It's a good sauce, very good. The taste is wonderful. Not very hot, like I said, about 4 on the scale, 3.5 on the scale. But you can pick it up from your local grocery store or Jamaican or Caribbean food store. It's a Scotch Bonnet habanero, and that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please smash that like button for the algorithm. Subscribe, like below, and also let me know what comments, concerns, or sauces you'd like me to try. And that's it. Your boy GB Reviews. I'm out. Thank you.
Subscribe right below.